We are discussing about the UART program here. Here in Cortex Simply, we have 4 UARTs, UART 0, UART 1, UART 2, and UART 3. So with respect to each UART, we have a receiving terminal as well as a transmitting terminal. So with respect to UART 0, you have receiving terminal RxD0, TxD0 transmitting terminal. Similarly, with respect to UART 1, RxD1, TxD1, UART 2, RxD2, TxD2, UART 3, RxD3, and TxD3. So you have 4 different UARTs. Means you can use this by configuring 4 different pins. So see here, UART 0 is P0.2 and P0.3. With respect to UART 1 terminal, it is P2.0 and P2.1. P0.10 and P0.11 is with respect to UART 2. And P0.0 and P0.1 is with respect to UART 3. That is with respect to the transmission. So there are certain special function registers which are used with respect to UART. So this is RBR, that is used for receiving the data, whereas in your program you are transmitting hello world, where you are displaying hello world on the UART window. So RBR is a register which you are using with respect to receiving, and this you are not going to use as we are transmitting the data. Reception means receiving registers will not be used. Along with this, you have FCR, first in first out control register. Next, THR is the whatever the data which you want to transfer, the data should be transferred through this THR register. So suppose if you transfer hello world, H will be transferred first to THR. After transferring H, next E will be transferred, next L will be transferred, L, again L will be transferred, O will be transferred. So similarly, to transfer hello world, each and every letter will be transferred to the UART window through this THR. So next you have LCR. So this is the line control register which is used for controlling how many data should be transferred at a time, and what is the size of those bits, and how the notification of those, means how many stop bits are required, how many bits will be transmitted, all those things will be defined in this LCR. So next you have DLL and DLM. So DL stands for divider latch LSB, divider, latch, MSB. So any particular transmission or reception will be depending upon the speed of data transmission. Means the data if you're transmitting or data if you're receiving, that is nothing but the baud rate of data is will be depending upon the baud rate, the transmission or the reception process will be taking place. So how the baud rate? By default we know that the by default baud rate is 9600. So if it is 9600, how to tell the particular controller to make the transmission or the reception on to be in 9600 baud? So there is a calculation with respect to this, that is in the next slide. So there is a, with respect to this 9600, you'll be getting a count value, where this count value will be loaded to this DLL and DLM register. So how the count values are loaded, how the calculations are done, that is in this particular. Next, I'll tell you how to do that. So next is LSR, line status register. This particular line status register is used to determine whether the complete transmission of the data has taken place or not. So next, I told you about this LCR register. So now we are going to deal with these things. So now we are going to deal with these things. So here, this is a 32-bit register where 0 and 1 defines the word length select. Means how many data that you want, how many bit data that you want to send through UART at single time. So here if it is 0, 0, it is 5-bit. If it is 0, 1, 6-bit data, 1, 0, 7-bit data, 1, 1, and it is 8-bit data. So similarly, bit 2, this one, if it is 0, indicates one stop bit. If it is 1, indicates 2 stop bits. Means 8 bits followed by, if I'm using a 0 here, it indicates that 1 bit is used for representing one stop bit after the transmission of data. Next, parity enable, I'm not going to check the parity status, so this will be by default 0. If I'm not enabling, then the parity select will also be 0. Break control will also be 0. This DLAB is nothing but, here I told you DLL and DLM means there will be a corresponding count value which will be depending upon the baud rate. So in order to load the value to this DLL and DLM, this particular bit should be equal to 1. Rest of all the bits will be 0. So right now, if it is 8 bit, this should be 1 1. If it is 1 stop bit, this will be 0. So 1 second, I'll show you. So here, this will be 1 1. This will be 0. This will be 0. This will be 0. This one will be also 0. This should be 1 before loading the values. So it is sorry, 1 second. So this is, so this is 3 and this is 1 0 0 0 is 8. So if I'm loading LCR with 83, the value will, it is nothing but I'm loading 8-bit data with one stop bit and loading the values of the count registers. So once DLL and DLM are loaded, I can make this particular bit as 0. So if I make this particular bit as 0, after that the value will be 0 3. So now, so LCR should be equal to 83 before loading this DLL and DLM register. Once it is loaded, this value will be 3. So this I had already explained. Next, I told you how these values of DLL and DLM, I should tell you how the values for DLL and DLM should be given. So this is the formula. So DLL plus DLM is equal to peripheral clock divided by 16 into baud rate. If baud rate I am taking it as 9600, this value will be 9600. Peripheral clock by default it is 25 megahertz. So 25 megahertz divided by 16 into 9000, I'll be getting the value as 0082. So if I'm getting, this is the hexadecimal value here, I'll be getting some value as 162, I think so, 162 or some value after this in terms of decimal, that I'll be converting into hexadecimal. So this will be the lower part and this will be the higher part. So lower part is loaded to DLL and higher part is loaded to DLM. So next, LSR is the line status register where the 5th bit, this particular bit indicates the status. So if this particular bit is 1, it indicates that there is a data that has to be transmitted. If this particular bit is 0, it indicates there is nothing, means the THR register is free. Nothing is there to transmit. So here I'll explain you how the execution of the program will be taking place. So here, and I told you 25 megahertz is the clock frequency, right? So that, but for UART operation, there is no need of using 25 megahertz for transmitting the data. So I'm dividing, means I'm downsizing the clock frequency from 25 megahertz to 4 megahertz, where that is done by using this phase locked loop program, and this will gets reduce the clock frequency to about 4 megahertz. So this is why I'm using this particular line in order to reduce the frequency of the Cortex M3 for the transmission of data. I'm using this particular program. So this I'm using it as an add-on program. It no need of studying this particular program. Just you can say that this is used for reduction of the frequency. So the next one is, as I told you, I can have 4 UARTs, UART 0, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm using UART 0 here. So LCR is loaded with 82 before loading DLL and DLM. Once the value of DLL and DLM are loaded with this, again I'm making LCR as 3. So these are the 4 different lines which are used with respect to the initialization part of UART. So now we'll move on to the, so one more thing, I'll explain you these things as well. So UART string is nothing but whatever the data means, whatever the string that you want to transmit it, that will be transmitted as a character, means as an argument through this particular function. So first H will be moved here. So while of H there is a character, so transmit H. It will go here, it will transmit. I told you whatever the data that you want to transmit, that should be transmitted through THR. So this data will be moved to THR. After, whether to see whether the data has been transmitted to the UART window, I need to check the status of LSR, fifth bit of LSR. So I'm checking using this instruction. So 20 is nothing but 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Fifth bit of USR, if I'm making it as 1 and rest of all the bits as 0, the equivalent value will be 20. So 20 ANDing with 20, if it is equal to 1, then it indicates that there is something data in THR which has to be transmitted. If it is equal to 0, it indicates that nothing is there to be transmitted. So first H will be transmitted, it will go here. After H, there is something else, E, L, L, O, which has to be transmitted. So again, it will send the next data, E. Again, it will go for transmission. Next, L, it will go for transmission. Like this, the complete, after transferring D, nothing is there. So there will be a null character. So while of null, it won't execute, it will come out of the program. And even this program will not, means this particular function will also be not called. And again, pin select P0.2 and P0.3 can be used for UART operation. So pin select 0 with respect to port 0, and I am calling this PLL function in order to downsize the clock frequency. Next, I need to initialize the UART initialization, these things, DLL, DLM, LCR registers. And I am calling the string program. So first H will be sent, while of H, transmit H. Next again U, while of E, transmit E. Next L, L, O, W, O, R, L, D. So each and every time the letter whatever you are sending through this function will be moved to THR. Through THR it will be displayed on the UART window. So once it is displayed in this particular thing will be, means this particular loop will be 1. So while not of 1, while of 0, it will be staying in the same loop. While of 0, if it is 0 indicates nothing is there. So once it is empty, not of 1, while of 1, it will come out of the loop. So this is how the program of UART will be done, executed.